morning. It's Friday, June the 11th. You are with Heidi and Colette on First Local on this somewhat cloudy day, rainy day, but I believe it's going to be nice weather, isn't it? Were you listening to Craig yesterday?
Yes. I always listen to Craig.
The answer is, what's the weather like today? Yes. Well, we're going to get to him and get the official word anyway, so we'll wait for that to happen. How was your evening?
You know what? It was actually quite nice. Was able to, give my mother some good news.
Good.
Which is always good. I got to spend a little bit of time with my kids. Did a little bit of tidying, very little bit of tidying, and actually went to bed early.
Well, you needed to.
Which for me is 11 o'clock when early for most people would be 9, but the things that have to happen.
Yes,
so
we're still
yeah.
mothering.
What about you? Did you do anything?
No, I hung out with my kids and had another nice evening with a friend and had a great morning. Great evening.
Well, there you go. Feels
really
like a
great
Thursday,
evening.
but now I'm well rested for Friday because I made it.
She made it, and MGD made it. Anyways, we're gonna get to all that at the step one as soon as I guess we're gonna hear from Craig. But first of all, did you know that the Canada-U.S. land border announcement could come today?
Ooh, like as to opening?
Yeah,
potentially?
so more details
Cool.
on whether the land border between Canada and the U.S. states will soon reopen to some non-essentials.
Okay.
We are essential, but to some we're non-essential. Could be unveiled later today. After the federal government said they were taking steps towards easing restrictions this week, the Toronto Star is reporting that an announcement could be made as early as this afternoon.
Wow.
It's expected to be a long, gradual process, so might have to hold off for that TJ Maxx and Applebee's lunch that we have planned. A Friday announcement would come 10 days ahead of the renewal date, which is June 21st.
Okay.
So we'll see what they're going to ease up on. The initial easing of restrictions would likely not trigger a flood of tourists heading south for the summer, given that 10% of Canadians are currently fully vaccinated, right?
Right.
So that is compared to approximately 42%. But I know on the American side, they're ready to open up. So we did talk about the mayor's meetings, with the border mayor meetings with the U.S. administration as well who intended. So check out that, because we will definitely be airing that live if it comes up in time, and or have a report written in SiouxOnline.com. Now let's go over to Father Nature and find out what this beach weather this weekend means.
Yeah.
Is it beach weather? Tell me it's beach weather.
No.
Oh.
Beach weather. I would not recommend going to the beach this weekend. Sorry. It's only going to be like 22 degrees, maybe, and we're going to see some showers. So maybe next weekend, head to the beach. But for today, we're going to start losing the showers. They're actually coming to an end now. We'll take a look at the radar and show you just that the mess that's leaving the Sault right now. We don't really see the low-level cloud on this satellite shot, but we're going to be stuck with clouds for most of our day today until we start seeing a little bit of a clearing late this afternoon into our evening, and then another system's rolling in for Saturday. So we'll take a look at your 12-hour forecast. This is what we look like for today. Not seeing a lot of sun this morning, seeing mostly cloudy conditions. Same story for the afternoon. Temperature's not bad though. I mean, they're still fairly comfortable. They're exactly where we should be at this time of year, and we're just going to hold on to some cloud for the evening. We could see some breaks and see some sun late this afternoon into our evening, so it's not a total wash. I'll have your full 3-day forecast coming up, and next week's not looking all that bad either, so we'll touch on that. That's your weather right now. Let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Well, thank you, Craig. Okay, fine, beach next weekend, whatever. Maybe we have to clean our houses this weekend, Heidi.
Yeah, I don't know. The weather is its own animal. That's all I would say about that. So.
Well, before we throw to commercial, you want to update the COVID numbers?
Yes, happy to report that in this moment, no new cases have been reported locally, not since June 9th when we did record 2 new cases, but both of those were allocated to Elliott Lake and area. So rolling totals to date, again, the number of tests administered have dropped. So we are sitting at 147,962 tests that have been administered, out of which we have confirmed 396 cases. We can count 7 as being the number of cases considered to be active within the region, one of those being a non-Algoma resident. Currently, we have 4 people in hospital, 2 of those being a non-Algoma resident. We have resolved 390 cases, and we have 106 cases that have screened positive for the variants of concern. Now, provincially, Ontario reported nearly 600 new COVID-19 cases and a 2% positivity rate, okay? So specifically 590 new COVID-19 cases, 11 additional deaths were reported yesterday. So a little bit of an upward trend again, but just slight. The province is reporting a 2% positivity rate for the second straight day, which is down from 2.8% 1 week ago. It is tied for the lowest positivity rate since October. There were 31,429 tests administered within the 24-hour period, and 130 new cases reported in Peel, 114 in Toronto, 61 in Waterloo, 38 in Hamilton, and 32 in the York region. So yeah, I mean, a little bit of an upward spike, but I think, peaks and valleys are still to be expected. Overall, the trend is continuing in the right direction, I would say, to support step 1.
Step
Yes.
1. We can have lots of fun.
Okay, so, step 1 started this morning at 12:01. Does that roll up locally? I think it does.
I know it does. We can go buy underwear.
I know,
Right,
but
and
right
Value
away.
Village is open, but don't buy your underwear at Value Village. Well,
Well, hey.
I'm
hey.
not going to, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Value Village because I love Value Village. Okay, well, I know that there's a local establishment that's extremely happy about Step 1 opening, and that is the Esquire Club, and
Nice.
everybody knows Boomer.
Nice.
Everybody loves Boomer, and we just wanted to Dan went and met with Boomer yesterday, and Boomer, he was standing on the patio at the Esquire Club on the second line with Dan, and the province, saying with the province lifting restrictions, we did catch up with him, and he said he's ready to reopen, but this is going to be the last reopen, he says, He said that they're really happy, he really thinks that this will be the last time. I mean, hey, we're doing good, he says. We've always done well. The bar and restaurant scene in Sault Ste. Marie has always been fantastic, and everybody loves going to the Esquire Club anyway, like I said. He said his location, given the residents, the restrictions, will be able to have about 30 people on the patio.
Okay.
He hopes he will be able to resume Catch the Ace in the next week or so.
Nice.
He said the jackpot is creeping towards $100,000.
Wow.
Which is great because in the end, it is the local charities who benefit from. The Esquire will be open, as well as many other businesses, with regular hours starting
Excellent.
now and start stage 1. But, way back when this first kicked off, this pandemic, we had the privilege to interview Boomer and his beautiful wife, and they said that they, go home, stay safe, go home, stay safe. And when they were going to open, they were going to do a lot of stuff for the frontline workers and everything, and they just continue to still help and fundraise for other charities throughout the
Amazing.
throughout the community. So we just wanted to think about the Brados tonight and sending good luck their way. So what else are we going to talk about? Oh, I got a few goodies. So there's the case of the man in London. That happened yesterday. He was in the courthouse in front of the judge, and we've got some results from that brief encounter with the judge. Northern College expands partnership with Algoma University. Investing in the riding of Sault Ste. Marie. You've got that story to share today.
Yeah, exciting news.
Yeah, and there's some families concerned over reinvestigation of Indigenous deaths in Thunder Bay that I want to talk about as well.
For sure.
So we'll be right back after this commercial break with all these stories and much, much more.
First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
young man, there seems to be a speck of dust on your lapel.
That sort of thing, you'll be perfect for the show.
Oh, well, in that case, I do that sort of thing.
I'm not going out in public dressed as Zorro. Afraid it'll blow your cover?
The Canadian Council of the Blind has been improving the lives of those with vision loss for over 70 years. With more than 65 chapters across Canada, it is the largest membership-based organization of the blind. People of all ages dealing with vision loss can join and participate in sports and recreation activities, technology training and assistance, peer support groups, and advocacy programs. For more information, visit ccbnational.net or call 1-877-304-0968.
705 Sports with Jacob and Colette, Fridays at 4 p.m.
Good morning and welcome back to this Friday edition of First Local Mornings. You're here with Colette and Heidi.
Heidi and Colette. I thought you were going to say my name like that, Colette.
Colette, because it is a French name. So, yes, Colette. Colette is my excellent counterpart, and she's very nice to work with. So,
and she loves those French Louboutin red bottom shoes too.
That's right. I am French, so I can say these things without offending anybody because I am a member of that group. So, all right.
Step one, me.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I think that, it's exciting that, we are, starting the process of reopening. I know for some people it's not moving quite quickly enough. I tend to kind of look at it from the perspective of, hey, a step forward is still a step forward. So just going to kind of recap the things that are now permissible under this first wave of the reopening plans. So you can attend and have gatherings of up to 10 people outdoors. There is outdoor dining, so patios permitted up to 4 people per table. You can attend outdoor fitness classes, personal training, and sports training of up to 10 patrons. Essential retail is now permitted to open at a 25% capacity, and discount and big box stores are able to sell all goods. So that means no more sectioned off, areas that you can only gaze at longingly. I did hear that some people were sneaking items out of those and just going through the self-checkout. It is alleged that that was occurring. However, I have never seen nor confirmed any of it, so it is but a rumor.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Non-essential retail is also permitted now to be open to a 15% capacity. So what does that mean? You may go to a store, you may have to wait outside until such time as somebody leaves, and then you would be allowed to enter. Now, in this moment, and we do have another story coming up with regards kind of some feedback from business owners. However, retail malls that are located inside of malls are not permitted to be open in this moment unless they have an entrance from the outside of the mall, so their own individual entrance at the outside of the mall. So think something like Carter's, Oshkosh. With that outside entrance, they would be permitted to open, but nothing inside the malls in this time. Indoor religious services, rites and ceremonies, including weddings and funerals, may resume at a 15% capacity. Horse racing and motor speedway racing may resume, however, without spectators. Outdoor pools and wading pools may reopen with capacity limited so that they can arrange for the physical distancing that is required. Outdoor zoos, landmarks, historic sites, and botanical gardens may open with capacity limited to 15% for the ticketed areas. Children's day camps can be open. Campsites, campgrounds, and short-term rentals. Overnight camping at Ontario parks may resume. Now, what does all of this mean? It means there's another countdown that has started, okay? It will be at least 21 days. So we can do 21 days standing on our head. I'm quite sure of that. 21 days until we could potentially consider the next wave. Step 2.
Step 2.
There's so much we can do.
You took my line.
I'm sorry.
There's so much we can do.
Okay, so step one obviously was pushed up from the original date of June 14th. But again, as health indicators indicate, health indicators indicate, as we continue to trend in the right direction, we can expect greater liberties, I think, to be released. Yeah, so good. So the countdown is on. Let's see what the numbers show as we move forward into the first phase of reopening and start moving towards some semblance of normalcy once again.
Okay, cool. Well, let's just move over to, do you have the update on the vaccination plan that you're going to do later that Christine Elliott came out yesterday afternoon and had that press conference. Also today, we do have Minister of Labour Training and Skills Development, and that is Minister Monty McNaughton, one of my favorites, and that is, he is coming out at 9 a.m. He's going to speak with regards to nuclear sector training for Indigenous people and women in Bruce, Grey, and Huron counties. So look forward to that. Also, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, she will be speaking this afternoon, or sorry, he will be speaking this afternoon at 1:30. That is Stephen Clark, also a very, he's been in that role for quite some time now. Stephen Clark and his colleagues will be talking about housing in the Brantford and Brant County locations. So that is coming out at 1 o'clock later today. So make sure you have that.
Yes.
Lots of announcements lately, right?
Yes.
We
actually have a few of them, like on the agenda, like some funding announcements that have been.
There's been a lot of funding announcements, and again, we talked about that announcement the other day, where it was 3 levels of government coming together, and that was the second announcement for Northern Ontario, and one specific to Sault Ste. Marie itself. So the vaccination updates, we're going to be sharing that with you as well. I heard that the Ford government's going to be spending, some more time over the weekend making sure everything is copacetic, making sure everybody's following the rules, so that after we can do these 21 days and not have to go backwards. So now let's talk about something a little local. And Dan Gray has posted this article to SiouxOnline.com, and it's in reference to, is democracy dead? Delegation opposed to the bus terminal relocation denied request. So what has happened here? A group of community members would like to know, what the thought process is behind moving the bus shelter right here at Dennis and Queen.
Right.
A group of these concerned business people approached the city. They presented opposing views to the matter up for discussion at the next council meeting. However, were denied. Many interested parties in the proposed bus terminal relocation had requested to receive notice of when City Council was to consider the matter. They also did not get that information. The city's response, they wrote a letter, obviously it is posted to SiouxOnline.com, and the city's response to their request was simply, your request was reviewed at the Agenda Review Committee that afternoon. Aside from the consultant who will be presenting the relocation feasibility study, we will not be receiving delegations for this item. The response continued to say the study was conducted as an environmental assessment with significant opportunity for public consultation at that time when they were put out for EA. The amount of consultation exceeded the requirements for this level of EA. The input received, including that in opposition to the relocation, is included in both the consultant and report and a staff report. So, and let's just sum that up in quick terms. They felt that when they had the open process to do so, where they had the consultations, that was the time for the public to come together. They do not want to hear feedback. They are not changing their mind. It's an environmental assessment, and they didn't tell them when it was going to be on the agenda. In short, a delegation, in this case, the consultant is getting an opportunity to present information. Those opposed have been told, no. No. So why would the committee choose not to let a delegation opposed to the relocation matter speak to council? Has this happened before? In a similar matter, Pointe de Chêne. I always say
you're actually right in both cases.
Because it's French. Pointe
it
de
is
Chêne.
French, yes.
Chêne, but yes.
But most people say Chêne, so you're right on both counts.
There we go. I'm
She's
right.
so clever.
Thank you. Sue Online was told that within weeks, The land was to be deemed excess by the city, therefore allowing it to be sold. Again, as the same thing is happening here, not too sure. Take the time to cast your vote on SiouxOnline.com's most recent poll concerning this matter. So we do like to do weekly polls, so make sure you catch up with those. But please go and take the time and answer that poll. We have some more wonderful things coming your way. I know there's some factoids. There's a couple birthdays of our viewers coming up, Tony Mancuso being one. And we're going to talk a little bit about weekly lunch programs. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Loss is something that never leaves you. Donate $45 today to help victims of impaired driving. A message from MAD Canada.
Leonard Thompson, 13 years old, diabetes mellitus, 65 pounds.
Starve the child to let them live? The treatment's as cruel as the disease. It's a death sentence.
Dr. Banting.
This could be it.
He's the first to receive this trial.
But will it save him?
It's not pure enough.
So we try again. And again. And again.
Before the discovery of insulin, diabetes was a death sentence. Banting, Best, Collop, and McLeod's breakthrough has saved millions of lives. Leonard Thompson's was the first.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi.
Good morning.
So end of the week, Friday. We have some quasi-good information.
Oh my God, that chair. Get her chair back. Sorry. You just like this. Okay. What's the quasi-good information?
Okay, the quasi-good information has to do with last week we did report a pontoon boat as being stolen, and I forgive me because I did find that to be kind of funny because really, how do you misplace a pontoon boat? But then, you think somebody's got it in storage, dry docked over the winter, Anyway, when they did go to retrieve their boat, they did have to report it as stolen. However, good information indicates that on June 9th, 2021, at about 10 to 9 in the morning, OPP responded to an abandoned pontoon boat on the highway of 556, which was Ranger Lake Road near Bellevue Road in Gooley Township. Okay, so investigation determined that it was in fact the same pontoon boat that had been reported as stolen. Now, what makes it only quasi-good news is although the boat, like the vessel itself has been retrieved, the outboard motor is still missing.
Oh.
So they may still be out an outboard motor. So the investigation obviously is continuing, and any person with information with regards to the person or persons responsible for the theft should immediately contact the Ontario Provincial Police at 1-800-310-1122 or their nearest police authority. You can also go through Crime Stoppers, in which case, if it does lead to an arrest, you may be eligible for a financial reward. And Crime Stoppers will protect your anonymity.
Nah.
Okay, speaking of anonymity, the only man who can get something wrong and hide, Craig Huckerby.
He's only right 33% of the time.
Thank you very much, and here we are heading into the weekend. It's not looking all that great if you're expecting some sun and some warm temperatures, because it's going to be kind of cool and wet for this weekend, or at least partially anyway. This is the thunderstorm that rolled in last night around 10:30. That's what's left of it. So it's hitting Manitoulin Island right now, and then it's going to continue to push off towards the east. We have a lot of cloud around the Sault this morning, so don't expect to see a lot of sun, at least until about late afternoon into our evening, as this cloud deck eventually moves out. And then we're going to see another system kind of move in for Saturday. We'll show you the temperatures for today. Pretty big difference from the last couple of days. 22 degrees for our high today, 23 in Sudbury, 19 in Wawa. So it's a little cooler air mass today, a little more fresh out there. We'll take a look at the system for today. This is how we draw it. So we have this boundary that I keep on telling you about. It's kind of now dropped towards the state side, but we do have this low pressure system coming in for Saturday, which could give us another thunderstorm and some other showers for your day Saturday. This is what we look like for the next couple of days. For today, we're going to lose the showers. We're actually ending those showers and drizzle right now. Temperatures around 22 degrees. The winds will be from the east-southeast, so not as warm wind as it was the last couple of days. For Saturday, we're going to start the day okay with a mix of sun and cloud in the morning, and then cloud over with those showers and thunderstorms rolling in. Temperatures only reaching 19 degrees. We bump up to 22 degrees on Sunday as we lose those showers in the morning, and then being left with some mix of sun and cloud. And for next week, it's not looking all that bad. If you have stuff to do outside, it's going to be a perfect week for stuff like that. So it's not looking that bad for doing outside stuff. Not the best temperatures. Temperatures around 22 for most of next week. That is your weather right now. Let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Thank you, Craigers. Even though it's not going to be beach weather, I guess we'll just have to wait till next weekend. Although it'd be kind of nice to keep my windows open this week because it was stifling all week. Nobody was allowed to cook anything. It was just popcorn and grilled cheese. So Justin Trudeau is at the G7 summit this week, and he is yet to pledge how many vaccines he will be dispensing. So all the other countries are there. United Kingdom is wondering what the leaders are expected to agree to give other parts of the world access to 1 billion doses. So what is Justin Trudeau going to do? Trudeau is set to meet with British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who reminds me of Trump times two, doesn't he, with the hair?
I don't know that I've ever seen a picture of him.
Well, we have to put a picture up for Boris Johnson. He has stated, not Boris, Boris has stated that he wants the 3-day gathering to produce promises on ways to end the pandemic by the end of the year. The G7 leaders will take part in sessions today to focus on that. I'm sure everything in their conversations is COVID-19 related. But like I said, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is entering today, being the first day of the G7 summit. She's doing that on purpose with her chair. I love you, Heidi. As the only leader who is yet to pledge how many vaccine doses his country will donate to less wealthy nations. Come on, JT, you got to give it up.
That guy.
There he is. Don't you not think he looks like, come on.
No, I think he in this shot anyway, he kind of reminds me of Gary Busey.
I was going to say that too, actually.
Some of the more, like when Gary Busey became Scary Gary. Like, yeah.
I mean, at what point do you think, wow, they're comparing me to Busey and Trump? Yeah, it's made my day. I mean, that's...
Well, I don't know. I kind of like a guy who is, secure enough in his political position and his persona to just show up disheveled like Chris Farley and Tommy Boy, I'm here.
Yes, well.
And I just got here.
Well, Boris Johnson definitely illustrates all of those. Okay, over to you.
Okay. So, we have had multiple reports of, crimes of varying levels and degrees of severity. And in some cases, they do involve repeat offenders. And we've had a lot of, questions and comments from viewers and from readers with regards to how frustrating it is from a community perspective that the catch and release program, which I believe has to do with what is it? It's like C-75, I think. Yeah, Bill C-75. Yeah. So there is a community in Southern Ontario, St. Thomas as a matter of fact, and their police department has started kind of doing something a little differently just to illustrate to the decision makers what a problem this bill C-75, the catch and release program, is creating. So not only in Sault Ste. Marie, this is happening, throughout. And basically what they've been doing is weekly, they do send out a court disposition, which is a report that is sent out to police officers, which kind of advises them the status of the arrests and charges that have been laid. So some interesting statistics, and I'll just summarize because the article is posted to our website. It's an interesting read. I do encourage you to go and check it out. So for example, this is one individual who had been released, okay? A 29-year-old arrested 29 times since 2019 with 77 criminal code charges, 34 of which relating to property crime and 6 to trespassing, 4 drug-related charges, 39 failed to comply charges, 26 of those being withdrawn, and 45 charges withdrawn overall. Police have either apprehended him or checked on his well-being 19 times, including for overdoses. He was reported to the police 63 times as an unwanted or suspicious person because he's experienced homelessness. Now, in a time when people are, critical of the police services, for, not being as available as they ought to be, does this not kind of raise a flag or two? If police resources are being reallocated to the same individual over and over again, that's time taken away from other citizens who require their support. So an interesting read, definitely highlighting a problem that is not just in Sault Ste. Marie, but definitely is in Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much for that. We're going to come back with a weekly lunch program update, and I do want to update you on that horrific accident that happened last Sunday, killing 4, leaving 1 child without a family, and what has happened to the 20-year-old who is charged. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Let me fix you something to have for dinner.
Oh, no, I never eat. I just nibble.
Well, if you're still hungry, there's half a chicken in the refrigerator.
Not anymore. That's what I nibble.
Believe some of those paintings people were doing, and you can do it. If you're not doing it, pick up a brush and join us because you really can do it. There's no secret to this.
Good morning, welcome back. It is Friday, June the 11th. You're with Heidi and Colette on First Local AM. Well, we had plans to go to the beach this weekend. Craig's squashed those, but we will be hearing back from Craig one more time today. I want to talk a little bit about the man accused of the anti-Muslim attack in London, Ontario. As everyone knows by now, it was a horrific attack. They did call in, they are treating this as a national issue. They've contacted the RCMP. I know Bill Blair, who is the Minister of Security and Safety Divisions, they have accused him of deliberately running over this family, killing 4 members of a Muslim family, and has 1 case. And finally, he went to court yesterday with several protesters around as well.
Sure.
This case has now been postponed until June the 14th. I want to tell you a little bit about the person who did this to a family. His name is Nathaniel Veltman. He faces 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of attempted murder, which would be the poor little baby in the hospital, still seriously wounded, but is expected to recover. Relatives have identified the deceased as 46-year-old Salman Afzal, his 44-year-old wife Madia Salmon, their 15-year-old daughter, Yumna Salmon, and her 74-year-old grandmother, Talat Afzal. The couple's son, Fayez, is still in hospital, and unfortunately, I don't even know what happens to a little boy when he wakes up and does not have his parents, sister, or grandfather. Police have said that the attack was a planned and premeditated act, which is why they are treating this as a hate group crime, as a targeted crime, as terrorism.
Okay.
So the London Muslim mosque, which the family belonged to, has called for a national summit of Islamophobia between all levels of government, which is a great idea for them to just get everybody in the province, feds, and the local government.
Okay.
Veltman, as I said, is set to return to court on June the 14th.
All right. I always find it hard to follow up a story like that, because
I know.
It's, you carefully prepare an agenda, you review the stories that you want to roll out, but there is no segue that is appropriate.
Yes.
So I think that I will just, with respect, move on, because this is obviously a story that is going to be playing out for a long time, and certainly my thoughts go out to the people affected by this tragedy, the community at large, and certainly the young man who remains in hospital. So on that note, I will give you some information now with regards to a partnership now that is being expanded between Algoma University and Northern College. Okay, so they have announced a new and very innovative academic program that builds on the partnership that already stands between, and these are two Northern Ontario-based institutions anyway, so I really love stories that involve partnerships in the North. So details were announced yesterday morning during a virtual event following the signing of an updated Memorandum of Understanding to guide the continued development of the partnership. So we do have a zesty quote by Dr. Audrey Penner, who is the president and CEO of Northern College. She indicates that the educational landscape is constantly evolving, and we here at Northern celebrate our partnerships with other post-secondary institutions like Algoma University. It is important to continue to be creative in developing programming that meets the needs of students, communities, and industry. Okay, so starting in September 2021, a new dual credential option will be offered, which provides secondary school graduates and other eligible students with an opportunity to complete both a computer engineering technician diploma and a Bachelor of Computer Science degree in just 3 years, so 7 terms of full-time study. Okay, so very exciting news. Both institutions believe in the importance of offering, obviously, a wide range of learning opportunities for both rich and deep educational post-secondary experiences. Innovative academic programming, such as the dual credential in computer science, is just yet another option for students seeking to complete their higher education and remain within the region. So there is certainly so much information posted to the Algoma website. We do have the summarized article on our website, so if you wanted to pop in and have a look at that, it has a lot of detailed information with regards to the expansion of this partnership.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we have another amazing community member that I want to highlight today, and her name is Margaret Boyer. And Margaret is a local woman from the Batchewana First Nation who finds her purpose in cooking for the community. What started out as a lunch program through the Batchewana Health Center turned into a larger community volunteer-run program as a result of the pandemic shutting down their kitchen and associated funding. Batchewana Councillor Mark McCoy thought it an important program that should continue throughout the pandemic, and now personally funds the weekly lunch program himself.
Nice.
Margaret's older brother Steve taught her how to cook. She says she moved in with him, and the first beef stew she made was the grossest thing ever. Margaret shares with a laugh. I just started watching him, and it was pretty basic stuff, enough. Once you know the flavors and what needs to be in there, you can cook it. The kitchen was filled with the smell of sweet fry bread and hearty chili. Oh my God, I'm getting starving. Come on, that had been cooking all morning. Margaret spent her early life in and out of foster care and eventually ran away to the West Coast. She called Santa Cruz, California home for many years, following the Grateful Dead around while her love for Jerry Garcia. I thought you would like this story, right?
I do like that story.
Right? With her lunch is now packed and ready by the door, we waited for the volunteers to pick up the meals for distribution. On top of the 40 meals packed and ready for delivery, Margaret pulls out a great big pot of chili and was keeping it warm in the oven. She feeds her volunteers as well. So what an awesome lady. These meals are for everyone and anyone who wants one. If you wish to donate your time or money to take this awesome weekly lunch program, please message Margaret Boyer or Mark McCoy on Facebook. Isn't that nice?
I want to bring you back to the what you said about Mark McCoy, who believed enough in the program to fund it.
Yes.
Isn't that literally putting your money where your mouth is?
I believe he is. She was dying to say that for 35 seconds. Holy hell! Well said, my friend. Well said. We're gonna
way to go, Mark McCoy.
We're gonna come back with some more Heidi and Colette factoids, social media time, and a little more weather. Don't go anywhere.
First Local, supported by YDoc Detailing. Call YDoc Detailing at 249-356-6688 to book an appointment for detailing or paint correction services today.
Don't click it, Mike. It's a scam.
Oh, hi, Voice of Reason. It looks legit.
Don't click. Listen to your voice of reason before you act.
I deleted it.
Canada.ca/bscamsmart can help.
Leonard Thompson, 13 years old, diabetes mellitus, 65 pounds.
Starve the child to let them live? The treatment's as cruel as the disease. It's a death sentence.
Dr. Banting.
This could be it.
He's the first to receive this trial.
But will it save him?
It's not pure enough.
So we try again. And again. And again.
Before the discovery of insulin, diabetes was a death sentence. Banting, Best, Collip, and McLeod's breakthrough has saved millions of lives. Leonard Thompson's was the first.
Welcome back to Heidi and Colette. Heidi was dying to say that. She says, that was a good one. That was a good one. Hey, Colette, that was a good one. It was a good one, Heidi.
It was a good one. Yeah. No, it was, I can get a good one off every now and then.
I'm sorry, you can get a good one off every now and then?
Yeah, like a good joke.
She can. Is Craig ready to tell us what the weather is going to look like, or he's not ready? Do you want to hit some social media or factoids? What do you want to do?
Well, I want to talk about the Lotto
beautiful
Max.
lady.
I'm going to buy a ticket tonight. You know what? I know. Somebody test gravity. I'm going to buy a ticket tonight because you know what? I could use 120 million, right? Okay, so I'm telling everybody that tonight's Lotto Max jackpot is $120 million.
Million.
Okay, so this prize will be drawn tonight. The jackpot remains. Oh yes, that has to do with the 50 Maximilians, okay? But
just skip to that big ass number.
Yeah, let's just keep it to the 120 because go out there tonight, buy your tickets. I'm going to buy a ticket, which means that it's probably going to be me who wins because we all know that every jackpot that is selected actually is my money.
I'm winning.
So for those of you who have won jackpots since January, I hope you're having a good time spending my money. That's all I have to say about that.
Two things I'm going to say to that. You didn't buy tickets for those people when they won that jackpot, so not your jackpot. And what do you mean I'm winning the billion? What about we?
I already told you. I've already planned how we would spend it.
Heidi.
Okay, well,
Colette
whatever.
and I are going to win.
What? I don't know. No, I'm winning with Heidi. Heidi's my winning.
Fine, then me and Jacob.
Okay, I'm just going to say 120 million has the potential to be spread over many
people will win. When we win, many people will win. Okay, I think we're ready for Craig now. I think he's done his hair and makeup and ready to dazzle us with the weather.
Stay out of my makeup, Craig.
And don't buy a ticket tonight, Craig. It's ours.
I thought we were all buying a ticket.
Oh, right.
That's not the plan.
You're not supposed to tell anybody.
We're going to do a group thing.
Aww.
Let's take a look at your weather for the next 12 hours. It's not looking that bad. We just have some cloud to deal with today. Temperature is going to feel fairly comfortable, but not a lot of sun in our forecast for today. We may see a few peaks here and there, but for the most part, we're going to stay cloudy and dry until about sometime Saturday when we have another system coming in and giving us some more rain and possibly a thunderstorm for your Saturday. So no plans, no big beach plans for the weekend. Keep it at home and do your yard. Be a perfect weekend.
Don't be Heidi.
Don't be Heidi.
Well, I mean, don't be Heidi, because, you know, inside of my head is a scary place to be. I mean, I'm used to it, but no, I mean, be like Heidi maybe in that she is kind to generally everybody.
It's Friday, everybody. Welcome to the show. Where did we leave off? Did you...
We talked about the 120 million that I'm going to win.
Oh, right. That's where we left off, right.
Now, I think a factoid is in order.
I think a factoid is a perfect thing to do right now. Depending on what it's about.
Give you some insight into what I, line my mind with. Okay, so I want to talk about this date in...
What year? Tell me it's not too, don't do an 1800s.
Well, yeah.
No 1800s.
1993.
Oh, okay. All right. High school time for me.
1993, the movie blockbuster Jurassic Park opens in the U.S. It would go on to become the highest grossing film ever up to that point in time. It actually won Oscars for the best sound editing, the best sound mixing, and the best visual effects. It was, of course, directed by Mr. Steven Spielberg at a cost of $56 million. So, hey, if I win the 120 mil, I could make a blockbuster movie.
Actually, we could make two.
We could make two. We could almost make three. Suppose we could get somebody else to come on board and fund our vision. We could make a trilogy. A trilogy! Yes.
Maybe we got some powers again, and then the Netflix special.
Well, that would keep us hip and relevant. Let's get into social media because we're getting late in the hour here. All right, let's see. Who do we have? I see Enika. Enika beat everybody to the punch this morning. Good morning, everyone, with a wavy hand. 2 cups of coffee, 2 cookies, and 2 tulips. Good morning to you, Enika. The day starts nicely with a message from you.
Netherlands Beauty.
Absolutely.
Good morning, our Netherlands Beauty, Enika.
Bradley, close on the heels of Enika, snapping at her, biting at her. Yes, yes, yes. Bradley says, good Friday morning, everyone, with 2 exclamation points and a peace sign. Good morning to you, Bradley. I wish you a nice weekend. Margaret McKegg says, good morning, all. Good morning, Margaret. Judy Varco.
Morning, Judy.
Good morning, sunshine. So look forward to your morning talks. Aww. Thank you for making my day. Have an awesome weekend. You both deserve it. Well, thank you. Thank you, Judy.
Well, thank you, Judy. She always says such beautiful things.
She says such nice things.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And I hope you have a wonderful weekend as well.
That's right, yeah. Steve Childs, so GMA.
Okay, hang on. Yeah.
HAGWAGLOTLM.
Okay, you went too fast and Mike was talking in my ear.
Oh, Mike.
Have a good weekend.
Well, okay, so good morning, all. Have a good weekend. Yeah. And GLOTLM.
Go out. I don't know. We'll come back to that. Whatever.
GLOTLM.
Wow, we got to come back to that. We got dead air here, Heidi.
Oh, dead air. Yeah. Carrie Wortman, which I think is it. No, because this is the spelling, the KERRIE.
Yes, you like the yes. You do.
So she says, and I just the void. Carrie Wortman was in the process.
I feel like I should just sing and dance to.
Well,
We're waiting for
you know what? If it twitches, it twitches. There's not a lot I can do about that.
Oh, send stuff to our email. Yeah, that's right. It is First Local on TV, First Local at gmail.com. Don't forget ONN TV, which stands for Online News Network, if anybody's wondering.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay, fantastic.
You're welcome, my beauty.
Carrie Wortman says, happy Friday, all. Happy Friday to you and have a great weekend. Ashley Scorridge, dad joke.
Dad joke.
What did the 2 pieces of bread say on their wedding day?
I don't know. What did the 2 pieces of bread say on their wedding day?
Well, hopefully the answer comes lower down.
Oh my God, you're killing me here.
And wait a minute. Tony Mancuso has popped up.
Well then, I think we have something for Tony, don't we? What is it? What do we have? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh my God.
Happy birthday, dear Tony. Happy birthday to you.
Woo. Have an awesome birthday, Tony, from On TV.
Yes. He says, good morning, ladies. What a wonderful day. Hope everyone has a great weekend. 2 cups of coffee. Jacob, 2 eggs in the frying pan and 2 strips of bacon.
Okay.
And of course, Craig has wished him a happy birthday. Tony has said thank you. And Jacob, dutifully covering off primary control. Morning, everyone. The Golden Knights won last night, so they will face off against Montreal on Monday, trying to make a cup push. Go Habs, go.
Yes.
And I think it's commercial time, isn't it?
I think it is commercial time. We'll be right back with more factoids, more Heidi, more Colette, and more news.
First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
705 Sports with Jacob and Colette, Fridays at 4 p.m.
Hold it, young man. There seems to be a speck of dust on your lapel.
That sort of thing, you'll be perfect for the show.
Oh, well, in that case, I do that sort of thing.
Only I'm not going out in public dressed as Zorro.
Afraid it'll blow your cover?
The Canadian Council of the Blind has been improving the lives of those with vision loss for over 70 years. With more than 65 chapters across Canada, it is the largest membership-based organization of the blind. People of all ages dealing with vision loss can join and participate in sports and recreation activities, technology training and assistance, peer support groups, and advocacy programs. For more information, visit ccbnational.net or call 1-877-304-0968.
Good morning and welcome back. We're going to pick up here at First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi. We're going to resume our triumphant stroll through social media lane and then head into a factoid from there.
This is so exciting.
Bradley, the reopening of the Lego store is turning into a big event.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, people are lining up for blocks.
Oh, ching! Dad Joke Friday continues to be dry.
Okay, and Ashley comes up with her answer. How interesting that it comes right on the heel of Bradley's.
Yes.
So what did the 2 slices of bread, what was that?
What's that? I don't remember. 2 slices of bread say to each other?
What did the 2 pieces of bread say on their wedding day?
Oh.
It was loaf at first sight.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, good. And we have an update. Thank you for that, Ashley. We have an update from Mark Jordan. Mark Jordan's daughter, Sarah, is the owner of the intrepid cat Finn, who did escape and get injured.
Yes, Finny.
He wanted everybody to know that Finn has had his x-rays, so he is free now and running about the house, and he sends a heartfelt thank you to the Animal Assistance Group as well as to the community in general for all who offered support to save Finn from euthanasia, to save Finn from amputation.
Okay.
So this kitty is dynamite.
Way to go, Finn. Such
Yeah.
a nice name for a kitty cat.
Bradley wishes Tony a happy birthday. Steve Childs wishes a happy birthday to Tony and salutes him with a wish for many more.
Nice.
Bradley is on fire today.
Oh, another dad joke, right?
Lance
What
is
do
an
we got?
uncommon name nowadays, but in medieval times, people were called Lance a lot.
I feel like you could do better than that. You have one more chance. You've got a couple minutes, Brad. Let's update those. Come on.
So Kimberly says, happy Friday. I'll see you on the patios with a Caesar, a thumbs up, a sunshine, some celebration confetti and streamers, and a glass of red wine. Tony, Friday joke of the day.
Okay, here we go.
What do you get when you pick a pig's nose? Hamburgers. And he goes, what? It's not funny?
I like that one.
Giselle says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Giselle. Joseph says, happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday to you. Julie Murphy, that seems a new name.
Julie's watching. She's my bestie from Burlington. Good morning, beautiful lady. She has the most beautiful baby, too, April.
Send pictures.
And Dusty, her man. Good morning, 3. I love you guys. Miss you guys.
Mike Adams has sent you 4 palm trees, 2 cups of coffees, a sunshine, as well as a good morning.
Thank you.
Debbie Clayton says, good morning, ladies, with a sunshine. Good morning, Debbie. And good morning to you, Mike Adams, as well. Andrew Smith, happy Friday, ladies. Have a great weekend. Ashley Scorich, Kevin, you better not buy lottery tickets without me there.
Oh, okay. Listen to yes. Listen, Kevin is back on Monday. Kevin's in the hizzy. That sounds like I'm the captain now. Tom Hanks.
And our last comment rounding out the social media, Marilyn Trumbull says, good morning, everyone, with a sunshine, a kissy face emoji, the little Yes, 2 roses, 2 cups of coffee, and a smiling cat.
Well, I'm sorry, but I didn't hear anything about between the two.
Nobody sent me great. Oh, actually, I think Mark Jordan did. I didn't. Yeah, he certainly did. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
He thanks everybody for the community's support and sends the sun rising up between 2 great huge tracts of land with a cat emoji with the hearts in the eyes and then just a silhouette of a cat. Okay.
Yeah, well. Thank you very much, Heidi. Very, very, very much. There is an immediate advisory from the Algoma University about their spring convocation. Obviously, they're doing this virtual.
Sure.
But they're also in some chancellor installation, a new chancellor. So an academic achievement of over 400 students will be celebrated.
Okay.
While also officially installing Mario Turco as the chancellor.
Nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to share that.
That's exciting for sure. Well, I don't know. I think we can do some. Yeah, I'll trot out my last factoid because I do. Yeah.
Hey, we're going freestyle for the last couple minutes. Everybody, hold on to your neckers. Okay.
So June 11th, 1960. Okay.
Okay.
Drummer by the name of Tommy Moore made the fateful decision to quit the band that is known as the Beatles.
Oh man, what a bad decision.
No, but it gets better. He makes the fateful decision to quit the Beatles and returns to his job of driving a forklift at Garston Bottle Works. Okay, so the Beatles, scrambling in the moment. He was briefly replaced by a man who was called Norman Chapman, who was called into national service after just 3 gigs. After going drummerless and mostly jobless for a few weeks, the band hires Pete Best on August 12th, only one day before they were to go to Hamburg to play a string of club dates.
Okay.
Best was replaced by Ringo Starr in 1962. And after their first gig at the Cavern Club in Liverpool, Best's fans were so angry about the switch that they gave Ringo a black eye. Now, it is alleged that
it's always alleged.
Alleged that Pete Best was fired from the band because of his good looks.
Oh, well, thank you very much for that. Hey, do you know that today is National Make Life Beautiful Day? So go out and make life beautiful today.
Okay.
Actually do that every day, but today that is what we have. The old Google's telling me that's what today is.
Nice.
So have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe, be kind, and have fun. And go to the bars.
Hit the patios.
Patio bars
Hit
if you
the
want
patios,
to.
yeah.
And go to Value Village and Walmart. Have fun. Thanks for joining us today. Have a great weekend.